Health officials are bringing attention to a little-known condition called Alaskapox after an elderly man died from the disease last month. This is the first death of 7 cases that have ever been reported. And we should note that the man had a suppressed immune system from cancer treatments. But we want to bring in now Dr. William Schaffner. He's a professor of infectious diseases at Vanderbilt University Medical Center. So, Dr. Schaffner, everybody's now talking about Alaskapox. So explain to us what it actually is, and given how rare it is, why do health officials want us to know more about it?
Well, Anna, it is rare and it is exotic. This is a virus that's a member of a family of viruses. You can think of them as cousins, as related to Mpox and beyond that to smallpox. It's limited to Australia. It's out there in the wild in small rodents, shrews and voles and things like that. It's not entirely clear how exactly this gentleman acquired his infection. And because he was immune compromised, it was a very serious infection. The average person, there are only 6 other cases, they get over their infection very, very quickly. And it's called Alaskapox because that's where it was discovered. And so far, that's the only place in the world it's found.
Yes, but the authorities also said that now that there's more awareness, they actually expect that there may be more reporting of it. But there was one point that I was really interested in, because we understand that the man who died from this was possibly infected by a stray cat that he brought into his house. And you mentioned rodents. What can you tell us about how this disease spreads?
Well, it's usually through close contact with wild animals and these little rodents. Domestic cats can sometimes, if they get close to these rodents and actually kill them, can infect their mouth parts or their nails, and then when it comes into the house, can actually scratch someone or give them a little bite and thus transmit the infection. That's probably what happened to another exotic infection, that case of bubonic plague that occurred to someone in Oregon.
Right.
Also very rare, very exotic, thought to be transmitted by a cat.
Okay, Dr. Schaffner, I want to reemphasize Alaskapox is expected to only take place in Alaska. This is not widespread at this point, but as you and I are well aware, a virus can start in one area and then it can spread throughout not only the entire country, but the entire world. So if anybody has been to Alaska or is concerned about this, talk to us about what Alaskapox symptoms look like and what you should do if you suspect that you might have it.
So the characteristic is a rash, which is a pox-like rash that occurs. And also, if you're feeling poorly, have fever, or fatigue, please seek medical attention. And of course, even if you haven't been to Alaska and you have symptoms like that, you have to ask, could it be Mpox? And that's yet another reason to go to a medical care provider and get it looked at and diagnosed.
Yeah, we'll spare our viewers having to see the actual pox, but a lot of people describe it as looking almost like a spider bite in the beginning. But of course, if you have any of those medical concerns, go see a doctor. Dr. William Schaffner, thank you.